Hi Libra, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a general love reading for the sign of Libra for the upcoming week in February. For those of you new to my channel or unfamiliar, this is Carmilla. She's co-starring today in your video. She just had a bath a little while ago, so she might look a little wet. She's a little stinky too, if I may say. She didn't do a very good job with her bath. Anyway, also if you're new, everything that you need to know about the reading in this video is in the description box below, so please check that out. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate you subscribing and leaving comments, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. I do want to remind all of my viewers that because this is a general reading, it can pertain to just about anything. Romantic relationships, work situations, family situations, you name it, it might apply. Also be flexible with the energy. You might feel like I'm reading for you, but you could also potentially feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. As always, take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. My intention is to reach as many people as I can who need the message the most and who will benefit from it the most. So we're going to get started. Libra, I want to give this deck a cut. And let's see what's going on for Libra for this upcoming week in February. Here we go. We're going to start off with the Knight of Cups in reverse, paired with Judgment in reverse. The Lovers in reverse. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Swords in reverse. The Six of Cups. The Ten of Wands. Don't bite my ear. And the Star. So what I'm getting from this first set of cards, Libra, is that you may have made a decision or second guessing a decision you've made regarding a relationship or a connection of some sort. This does feel like it could be someone very close to you, a relationship of longevity, possibly someone who's been in your life for a long period of time, or maybe who has come back into your life. Soulmate material, someone you have a soul contract with. That is usually what's indicated by the Six of Cups. And it's possible that's been a decision made that you're rethinking or maybe changing your mind or thinking that you may have made the wrong choice with regard to this relationship. Maybe you gave up on this relationship or a situation that affects this relationship. And you may be changing your mind or rethinking this. Let's get some more cards on the table, Libra, and see what else we can come up with for you. We have the Moon in reverse. The Three of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. What are you doing? Good grief. The Wheel of Fortune. The Magician in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. The Ace of Wands. And the Five of Swords. So something within a relationship situation or a relationship itself is causing you some significant heartbreak. I think it was a decision, Libra, either that you made or the person that you're dealing with made. And there may have been some secrets revealed or some information let out, but it caused some lost love or some disappointment within this relationship. Something went sour or went bad, and I think you're feeling some regret. You or the person you're dealing with is feeling regret, or both. I do feel like this is a relationship that has been in your life for a significant amount of time. You put a lot of energy and effort into this relationship, and it does feel like a bad decision or poor choice was made, possibly for reasons that had nothing to do with the relationship itself. I feel like you may have given up on it, or let this go, or stopped working on this relationship. Okay, if you're going to be on the table, please just be good bird, okay? We have the Magician in reverse with the Emperor in reverse, clarifying the Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. Feels like there could be a power struggle within this relationship, or someone's trying to get one over on someone else, or there's a power game going on, manipulation. I think it's possible, Libra, you or the person you're dealing with, or both, maybe want a new start or want to start over. It's possible that one or both parties within this relationship have not been acting in a very positive way toward one another. Let's get some more cards out. Ten of Cups in reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands in reverse. The Lovers, this time in the upright position. The King of Swords. Death. The Star again. And the Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting. This feels possibly connected to the Virgo reading I just did, but it could be an extension of that reading. There might be something in that reading for you. I'm just getting a similar story, but kind of an opposite perspective. So I'm getting that a decision was made regarding a relationship because of a potential new opportunity, possibly presented to just one of the parties, Libra. And that maybe an opportunity, for example, work opportunity, financial endeavor, creative endeavor, whatever it is, possibly is taking precedent over the relationship. In other words, a relationship is potentially in danger because of an opportunity that may benefit one party within this relationship. With the Star out here, I'm just going to throw this out there. With the Star out here and the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Wands, I feel like this could be potentially something that somebody is going for, or going toward, a new opportunity, something brand new that could potentially bring a considerable amount of joy and happiness and possibly financial profit. financial gain to the person who's pursuing this. I feel like it's possibly something that, this feels like your energy, Libra, something that you may have been manifesting into your life, perhaps a creative endeavor. With the star out here, I'm getting significant potential for star power, meaning possibly like celebrity status, for example. Maybe you are an artist or somebody who has a musical talent or something of that nature, and you've been working toward progressing in your talent or taking it to the next level. And you have a new opportunity on the table that's being presented to you, and it's going to affect a relationship or multiple relationships. And it's causing someone to feel grief because I feel like they may have lost their standing with you in this relationship. It could be this King of Swords. Who feels like this relationship might think, this King feels like maybe this relationship might be over because of this potential new beginning being presented to Libra. Now, I also want to remind you, you can be flexible with the energy. So you potentially could feel like I'm reading for you, but you could feel like you're cross-watching, and you could be either person. Right now, the only energy I have on the table is this King of Swords, but I don't feel like this King of Swords is the person who's dealing with this potential Star Nine of Cups energy. And I don't feel like this King of Swords is the one who potentially could be turning his back on this relationship. I think he might be fighting to keep the relationship. This is feeling really similar to the Virgo. It's weird because this King of Swords in the Virgo reading was in the reverse. Anyway, I don't want to put too much. Can you not please just not run through the cards? It wouldn't be so bad if you would walk through the cards, but you bulldoze through them and you scatter them. And it drives me nuts. She's adorable and cute, but she is a pain in the ass. People may ask, why do you let her out when you're doing your readings? Well, because she squawks in the room. She needs her time out. She likes company. She doesn't like to be sitting in the bedroom by herself. So I let her out. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, Libra, is this: there could be something potentially for you in the Virgo reading, but I'm not going to tie this reading to that. It could be two totally different things, but it feels like it could be reading from a different perspective. Okay, let's get another set of cards out here for you, Virgo. Oops. Okay, I gotta give this deck one more shuffle. Okay. Queen of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles again. Seven of Swords, clarifying the Magician in reverse. Three of Cups. Six of Cups again, clarifying the Ace of Wands. And the Emperor again in reverse. So we have a Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this might be the same person. feel like this is you, Libra, and I do feel like that you may have expressed your loyalty and love within a relationship. Maybe revealed how you feel. And the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very compassionate, intuitive, very loving. And the Queen of Pentacles in a similar energy is very loyal, very grounded, somebody who's very capable, takes care of others, puts others first before herself. This can be a mothering figure, an actual mother. I feel like you're being presented with a new opportunity, something that maybe you've dreamed of or have been manifesting into your life. And it's causing you to make a decision that's going to affect a relationship. I feel like this King of Swords has the Magician and Seven of Swords energy. I feel like this King of Swords is trying to manipulate you or influence you, but he's using manipulative tactics. He's not being on the up and up with his influence, because I think he's trying to maintain his position within this relationship. There might be some jealousy going on here. There could be some fear regarding what this Ace of Wands is going to do to this relationship. It feels real positive. At the same time, it feels like it could potentially burden the relationship in some way or cause conflict. This could be something that the two of you have been working on. And I say two of you because this does feel like a two-person dynamic, but it could be more than one. We do have the Three of Cups out here. So this could potentially be affecting a family or a group of people. But it feels like it could have possibly been an endeavor or something that the two of you have been working on, and maybe one of you, and I feel like it's you, Libra, is being presented with an opportunity and the other person is not. I'm just going to throw this out there as an example because it popped into my head. So, for example, I'm a big fan of America's Got Talent and what's the other show with Simon Cowell? Why can't I think of it? Anyway, the singing shows. And I like the auditions in particular, the shows that at the very beginning of the season where people are auditioning, and sometimes they get the partners, the pairs, like a couple of sisters come in or a couple of friends come in and they do a duet instead of a solo audition, and the judges like one person over the other, and one person gets an offer and the other person does not. That's the thing that popped into my head when I was looking at these cards. Like maybe this was something that the two of you were working toward, but one person was given the offer and the other person was not. Because one person has the talent and the other person does not, or one person is stronger than the other person. That kind of energy. So that is just an example. You know, I know it's a very specific example, but it could be your story. Because with these star cards out here, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, it just feels like a very, an Ace of Pentacles twice out here. It feels like a very, very potentially strong opportunity for you. Possibly something that could be very lucrative. And something that could put you in a position of power, star power. Like if you've got a really strong talent, for example, that's the strongest message I'm getting more than anything. And I know that feels very specific and it's not going to be everybody's story, but if this reading is resonating for you, again, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. That's just what I'm getting. And so I want to say it because it's what's popping into my head. Anyway, here we go. So as we talk about it, we get the star again. And the sun in reverse. Four of Pentacles, 10 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. King of Swords, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. And I feel like this is all one person. They're not in shadow energy, but it's interesting that the Magician and the Seven of Swords is out here. And then the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So we have lots of court cards out here, but I feel like this is a two-person reading. And again, I get the sense that this king could be highly involved in or influential or part of the reason why this new opportunity is presented to you. Libra, something that's come into your life, but this person is part of the reason why it's happening, why you have this opportunity. And on the one hand, I feel like this person maybe is really happy and hopeful and glad that this came about for you, but on the other hand, it's not turning out to be what they wanted for this relationship. It's not turning out to be exactly as planned. And again, I get that sense that this person might be getting pushed out of the way because they're not needed anymore or they're not relevant in the situation anymore. And we've got the star out here 3 times with the 9 of Cups. Once in the upright, once in reverse. It's in the upright, clarifying the star. I cannot pick up these cards. It's driving me nuts. And again, I feel like this opportunity, this Ace of Pentacles, is a super strong opportunity for you. We've got the Ace of Wands as well. But if you go for it, if you move towards this, it's going to affect this relationship. So on the one hand, I mean, look how strong that is. Look what you've got sitting here looking at you. I mean, how can you not move toward this, Libra? I think it's something you've been dreaming of and hoping for. Now I have to figure out where these cards were. And I'm not going to remember. Well, yes, I will. Anyway, this feels like a really interesting situation. Libra, if I'm being honest, I'm going to say that I think that you have a significantly exciting future ahead of you. I feel like right now there might be trouble in paradise regarding this relationship, but all of the energies on the table, the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and all the Kings are in the upright position. And while we have the Magician and the Seven of Swords here on the table, I feel like there's a lot of hope for this relationship, even though maybe at present time it doesn't feel like there is, because all of the energies are in positive energy. There's no shadow energy being presented here. There may have been at one time some manipulation and deceit on this king side. It possibly may have been out of fear of losing you. Maybe fear that some decisions will be made that will harm the relationship. But I think if you work through things, if you think through things, if you stay on the same page with this person and consider all your options and how you can move forward with this, that you can avoid the heartache related to the relationship and hang on to it as well as this opportunity. Because there's some really strong energy on this table here, Libra. It feels very exciting too. American Idol. I knew it would come into my head. America's Got Talent and American Idol, those shows. And again, I like them, but I only like the auditions. After about the 6th or 7th show, I start to lose interest. I would love to read some comments if this is your story, and this feels very specific to me. So again, a lot of times I'll get these readings and I know they're supposed to be general readings. I'm going to take this card, but it feels like they are. We've got the 10 of Air. I love this card. It feels like this could be a very specific story, and you just pooped, but I appreciate that you did not poop on my card. You pooped right next to it, however, and it's one of your moist ones. Yuck. I love birds, but the poop is gross, and she poops all the time. You know, what can you do? We all have to poop. That's just a part of life. Okay, Libra, 10 of Air. Let's read this and see if we can get a nice ending to this reading. So the 10 of Air typically would be, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it's the 10 of Swords, which did show up in your reading in reverse. And this can be about endings. In the reverse, it can be about starting over or repeating the same mistakes over again, or seeing the light at the end of a tunnel after a difficult ending. This card has significantly more positive energy to it. So I'm going to read this to you and I'll show it to you in the upright. Here we go, Libra. The process of individuation leads to becoming one's self, to stepping away from the external forces that we believe define us, to becoming an independent being who recognizes and embraces their own uniqueness and individuality. It is about removing the mask we present to the public so that we are liked and respected and accepted. The face we wear so we fit in and belong. No longer are our public face and private life very different. We present our face to the world as if, and if it is not liked, then so be it. If it makes us a black sheep in a flock of white sheep, then so be it. We would rather be honest and accepted by the few than to be what family or society expects. Individuation is being who we are meant to be as opposed to being the person society tells us we should be. It is breaking free from caring about what people think of us because we love who we are and what we do with our life. We are free, liberated because we are not bound by others' opinions of us or our actions, the constraints of society, or the impediments of our past. It is integrating conscious and unconscious, soul and shadow, the masculine and the feminine, and creating a whole where the self resides at the center. No longer does duality separate and divide. All is in harmony and working in unison. You are you, whole, complete, and ever evolving, and that evolution is not a linear process. It is a circumambulatory process. I've come across that word before, and it drives me crazy every time I see it. It is a circumambulatory process of viewing the self and seeing it from multiple perspectives and accepting and integrating all of the facets and aspects into the whole. No aspect is ugly or beautiful, none good or bad, none better or worse. Each has its place and purpose as part of the beautiful whole. To individuate is to understand paradox and accept that you are one, you are human. To be a whole and complete human is to be paradoxical. To individuate is to see and know your potential and to step forward into the unknown and meet it. You are willing to step away from all that you were so that you may become all that you choose to be. In this process, your perception is altered forever. You are forever transformed. No more are you willing to embrace old paradigms that limit and restrict, that espouse a belief that says you should not or cannot. You move forward into the great mystery with confidence, knowing that even when life offers conflict and chaos, when we remain at the center, we have peace. When the 10 of Air appears in your reading, it represents a time in our life after we have chosen to step free of the mask and wear only one face in private and public. No longer do we hide our thoughts, beliefs, or feelings in order to be accepted, liked, or respected. We have turned our back on expectation or convention or on mediocrity, on normalcy, to embrace and accept who we are and stand tall and proud. It is time to separate yourself from the herd and to walk your own path. Step through the doorway and begin a life where new paradigms replace the old, and you are free to be the best you that you can be instead of the you society tells you that you must be. Well, I think that applies to the T. I mean, come on, Libra, right? This is an opportunity for you to shine like the star that you are. I think that this card indicates that this opportunity that's being presented to you is an opportunity for you to be your authentic you and show the world who you are and what you've got. And it may mean that you're going to have to change the way some of your relationships work and how you operate within these relationships, because you're stepping free of what's expected of you, maybe following the crowd, maybe following along with this person. Doesn't mean you have to let go of these relationships, but it does mean that you should do what's best for you and shine so the world can see who you are. You're a star, Libra. Look at that. That's some amazing energy. So if I'm talking to a future star, how exciting is that? I'm very excited for you. Stay strong. This is going to be a challenging time for you. You're going to be faced with a lot of challenges, especially within personal relationships. But you're going to know who's on your side and who's rooting for you and who is going to help you along, because they are going to respect who you are and what's right for you. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that this reading gave you some clarity and gave you something to walk away with. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye, Libra.